welcome to Melanated Maker. It's me, Taji, and this video is a little bit different today. I'm actually starting a new series on my channel called the Do It For Yourself projects, and this is my chance to continue creatively planning and executing projects. Some of these just look a little bit different because they are not for your house, but they're for your spirit, for your body, for yourself. And so in this video, I am obviously not at my house. I am at a hotel. I decided to plan for myself a little staycation for Mother's Day. So I'm actually at this hotel that is in my area, and I had never been here before. I've never even driven by here, and it is absolutely stunning. I cannot wait for you guys to see how gorgeous this hotel is. But I have a suitcase full of pajamas and books, and I brought a tote bag full of snacks, and that's legitimately gonna be my life for the next 48 hours. I'm so excited. I'm gonna share with you guys kind of some of the planning that went into this and where my head has been. And yeah, and just share with you guys the books that I'm reading, what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling. And hopefully you guys will take something from this and have a chance to do a project for yourself. And so welcome to the Do It For Yourself series. I'm so excited. Let's get into things, okay? So let's start, of course, with a hotel room tour. When you first walk into this hotel, there's the bathroom, and it was so stunning. It immediately gave you like, oh, I'm about to live in like this mid-century modern dream with the red tile and then like the gemstone blue. It was giving. The window looking out into the bedroom was everything, because this bedroom was so gorgeous with this comfortable couch, this huge king-size bed, like the lamps on the side. Everything felt so wonderfully mid-century modern, and that's my style. So I was like living for it. It did not feel like a hotel room, which was also really great. It felt like homey and cozy and like welcoming. And while I love a good hotel room, this was just something different and so much more special. And then this patio looking out onto the creek was gorgeous. It was like a wraparound patio. You could see all of the trees, the water, like you could hear the animals at night. It was gorgeous. The first thing that I did as I was getting settled was wiping everything down. I was gonna clean everything that I might touch so that I could finally really relax and not overthink the germs of a hotel room too much. Yes, I did clean the bathtub because I knew that at some point I was gonna wanna take a bath, and I didn't wanna pull myself out of my relaxation zone to clean the bathtub when it was time. So I came in, I spent the first hour probably just cleaning everything so that I could just kick back and get comfy. So on this trip, I was bringing so much. I brought physical books, I brought my Kindle, I had fiction, nonfiction, I had my Audible downloads ready to go. I also brought my journal and my creative ideas notebook. I truly didn't want for nothing this whole weekend. I had everything that I could think of to keep me entertained and just engaged in my own self-care for the weekend. So after I got settled and as the sun started going down, I decided to sit out on the patio and do some reading and just ease into the weekend. I got the idea for this staycation trip from a friend and coworker of mine who was doing her own relaxing solo vacation trip for Mother's Day, and she was telling me about it, and I just thought that is so genius. And at first I was having a lot of like mom guilt of, do I want to spend Mother's Day away from my kids? How am I going to feel waking up on Mother's Day and not having them there? And then I reminded myself that I literally see them every single day, that for a weekend that I could really have it to myself and truly pour into myself, because honestly, the cup has been empty and I needed the time and the space to really reflect and process how I've been feeling. Things get so busy that I started feeling like I didn't know how I felt, if that makes sense. I needed to finish some of the thoughts that were floating in my head And that's hard to do when you're surrounded by kids and laundry and school lunches and work deadlines. And so I talked to my husband about it, and without any time to change my mind, I booked a hotel. I know I said it earlier, but this hotel was just so cute. Once it got dark outside, I went in and cozied up on this window bench to keep reading. There was also live music this night at the hotel, and it was just far enough away from my room that it was enjoyable to have as background music. It was a small jazz band, and there was this trumpet player that they were doing their thing. They were so great, and it was so nice to just sit and read and listen to the beautiful sounds of like jazz music in the background. And it was nice to enjoy the music from my room because I truly didn't want to share my energy with another living soul during this solo vacation, to be honest. I was serious about wanting a solo vacation. I wanted to be alone and enjoy time with myself, which as a mom, I just don't get that often. I felt so luxurious pulling these curtains back in the morning. I felt like I was living in a tree house, looking out at the world, and I just stood out on the balcony and took it all in. Waking up slowly, doing some stretches, connecting with nature, and just easing into the day. The weather outside was so fantastic. I was literally just out there in my pajamas because it was a private balcony, and I just loved it. It felt so freeing and carefree, and like I just had this little slice of the world all to myself. So I spent some time sitting outside and just taking in the day, drinking my water and minding my business, catching some sun, upping my vitamin D, being in the quiet with myself. I'm so excited to have this Do It For Yourself project series become part of my channel. I'll still be doing woodworking projects and home improvement projects, but this era of my life calls for more, and I'm so excited to adventure into different types of projects, whether it be self-care, organization, crafts for the kids, all of it. I'm taking on all sorts of projects, and I'm so excited to share it. So I have to talk about self-care since this is a self-care vacation. And self-care doesn't always have to be treating yourself to things or pampering yourself in extravagant ways. Self-care can just be taking care of yourself in the ways that you specifically need at that time. Sometimes that looks like getting a planner and organizing your life because things are getting busy. Sometimes it's enforcing a bedtime for yourself so you don't continuously scroll and then find yourself mad the next morning because you didn't get enough sleep. Sometimes self-care isn't what you want to do, but it's necessary. Whatever is required to make sure you're the best version of yourself, that's self-care. For me, in this time, it looked like alone time and rest. And I'm not always one to rest because the to-do list never stops growing. But I read something and it said, real rest pours into your work. I learned that not resting won't make me more productive. And after this solo vacation and going home to my family, I can truly attest to the fact that yes, real rest helps. Taking a step back from something isn't a setback. It can actually be a setup for something better. Ooh. That's a word. I hope y'all wrote that down. Good morning. I am probably looking very fresh-faced. I feel very fresh-faced. I've literally just been up, just kind of moseying around, which is really good. I ordered some breakfast. I Ubered some breakfast, and so I am waiting on that. It should be here in the next 10 or 15 minutes or so. I've been listening to a love song for Ricky Wilde, and that has been really, really good in my opinion. And so I'm really enjoying that. So maybe I'll continue to listen to that. But at some point today, I know obviously I need to take a shower, but I might take a shower. I might run a bath later on, where I will probably just continue to either listen to this, or I also have my audiobook, or not my audiobook, I also have my Kindle. So I'll probably read what I've been reading on that, which is a little bit different than what I'm currently listening to. But yeah, I've got a lot of different things going on. But yeah, we're just having a very chill morning. But yeah, so I just wanted to check in and say good morning and say that I'm really enjoying myself so far. So I've done some journaling this morning. That's been really good. I have my coloring book. I'm probably going to be doing that later on today as well. I also have some sheet masks that I want to do and just rejuvenate the skin. But it was getting a little bit warm outside. That's why I decided to come inside. So yes, but I just wanted to check in. Okay, I'm going to finish my little Nespresso. So good. So I found this incredible art book on Amazon by this artist, Elizabeth Gray, and the coloring book is called Good Things Grow Here, and I loved all of the art and the quotes, but I realized that I'm really not the coloring book type. I'm just not that type of girl. I put an eye mask on, I got myself a little drinky drink, I was listening to my audio book, but I just couldn't get into the coloring part. I don't know, I wanted to love it so bad, but I just found myself a little bit bored. Also, I think that the lack of my color theory knowledge was holding me back, because I was overthinking what colors go together with what, and it was doing too much. I did a few pages of coloring, and when I got interrupted, I honestly just took it as a sign to do something else. It's raining. Okay, bye. So I did some more journaling, and before I started writing, I actually spent some time reading some older journal entries and reflecting on what's changed, what hasn't, and how I feel about it all. I've kept a journal pretty consistently since I was probably 9 or 10 years old, and it's been really helpful for me to express my thoughts and process my emotions. Do I know what to do with all of those emotions all the time? No, that's what therapy is for. But I'm trying to do the work I can in the way that I know how, and that's usually through journaling. Okay, so I bought one of these little things, and it's supposed to help for lymphatic drainage, so I figured that we would try it together. Ah! Not me being scared, okay. One of the things I do for my self-care pretty consistently is wash my face and do a skincare routine. There's nothing like feeling fresh-faced and having clean skin and just washing away the stress from your face, whether it's just a stressful night, whether it's a stressful day before having to take care of the kids, switching from the 9 to 5 to the 5 to 9, just having a fresh, clean face makes me feel so good. So after some much enjoyed skincare, I put on a face mask, drew a bath, and honestly, I was not here for the bath. Maybe I played myself, but it just felt too hot, and then I was feeling all sweaty, which I didn't want since I just felt so clean after washing my face. I only made it about 20 minutes before I called it quits. But honestly, it gave me the chance to get back to my favorite part of this solo vacation, and that was reading. Because it was already dark, I grabbed my Kindle and read outside, and after so much journaling and reflection throughout the day, it was great to balance that out with just escaping into a romantic story and giving me all of those warm, cozy feelings. I can definitely say that I will be having more bookish solo vacations in my future. You can bet on it. Good morning. So, this is my last day. This is really not even my last day. This is my last 15 minutes because I have to get my stuff out of here in the next 15 minutes. I slept in again, which was glorious, but I've just been taking the last 20 minutes or so as I've been like packing up and making sure that I've got all the stuff that I brought, to also just like reflect on this weekend and just thinking about how for Mother's Day that this is like so much of what I needed, and I'm feeling very aware of how much I have poured into myself over the past couple of days here, and how much I enjoy it, and how much I appreciate the time of just being able to disconnect and reflect and think about myself. And I think it's been really, really good. I've been sitting here looking out of the window and just looking at all of these like ginormous trees that grow along this creek that the hotel is next to. And I think that that's what's so like powerful to me. I've always very much resonated with earth and nature and trees. And I think about the fact that we just had a big rainstorm last night and this morning. And it's just like a reminder that these trees continue to grow, and they get blown around and they get shaken, and sometimes branches snap or sometimes leaves fall off, but they are so grounded in their purpose, in their destiny to just grow, that's what they do. And I think it's just been so beautiful to sit here and to think of that and to have that reflection that life is gonna it's gonna shake me, it's gonna break me, but I'm rooted in my determination to grow. And as long as I have that intention and I have that purpose, then all of it, everything that happens is only to further my ability to grow. It's not that things are happening to me, it's things are happening for me. And I could cry, and it's been really good. And so I have to get out of this hotel room. I think I'm actually gonna go to the bookstore before I have to go home, so I'll take you guys along for that. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you took something away from it. I hope that you're able to plan your own getaway, your own staycation, vacation, Mother's Day. So hopefully you got some tips, tricks, inspiration, motivation, or you guys just enjoyed the vibes. I am so grateful for you guys to even be watching this. This is just my Mother's Day weekend. And I hope to see you guys with my next video very, very soon.